Okay, welcome back. Able to install bottom there, and installed the 3-pin and a splitter. And to be honest, it's an ugly mess. But I'm gonna see if I can turn this on to see if the fans are running and the RGB is working. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's turn this baby on. See what happens. Okay. Whew, high airflow. It's definitely a lot of airflow. I don't see any RGB on this yet. I don't know what's going on. Maybe if I change the color. Nope. RGB doesn't seem to be working at all. Maybe if I move this. Okay, so I don't know. This 3-pin thing earlier in the bottom, I don't know where this belongs, to be honest. So I just took it out and the RGB came on. And let's see if I can sync it up. Control it maybe. It looks like it's syncing up for some reason, but I can't seem to control it. So it looks like it's default. Fans are pretty cool. So 140 definitely seems to keep the machine a lot cooler. The only thing I could think of for a fan in this here would just be a slim fan. Maybe get an RGB slim fan there. Other than that, I don't know what else to do. So looks pretty nice. I'm gonna put everything together and do some cable management, and let's see if the temperatures are a lot better. It was at 95 before for the Cinebench, so let's just do another quick Cinebench and see if that's better. I'll be right back. So I plugged this 3-pin into the reset. I think the first 3 pins, it actually caught fire, and I pulled it all right away, and kind of like burnt my finger. So more of the story is, if you're not sure, don't plug things in to the motherboard if you don't know what you're doing. So anyway, I just cut it up from this source here, and all these cables, you don't actually need it. I think I actually just melted the one in the bottom here too, actually. So this RGB thing is like toasted. I toasted it. I hope I learned this lesson not to plug things into the motherboard. It caught a little bit of a quick fire and I pulled it out. It was like a lot of heat and it's just like burning. So honestly, I don't even know if my motherboard is working anymore, but I inspected it and it looks fine. It still turns on, but I don't know if I fried anything. So just to be honest, so just be careful. And just wanted to let you know. Yeah, so I guess this thing got like toasted too. So I pulled this out, and anyway. So this was the Molex connection for the RGB in the bottom. So it's not really that bad because I just don't get RGB in the bottom anymore. The case, this part here, so it's not the end of the world. I'm just gonna plug everything back and see if the PC still works. Not sure if I fired anything, to be honest, but I'll be right back. Alright, so I did some cable management, and there's two intake, actually they're all intake fans, one in the bottom, two in the side there. And I just want to mention that I can't close the case because this HDMI cable should be like a right angle. You need a right angle HDMI cable to close this case. I think, yeah, it is what it is. It would have been better if maybe if they just made a little bit taller, maybe like 20 centimeters taller. So maybe up to here. So that way you could at least, you know, fit the HDMI cables there without no problems, but something to be mindful of. And let's turn this baby on. So it's on. This reminds me of Fantex case, by the way. So let me just, oh, it's coming on. I don't, honestly, I don't know if I busted the motherboard. Oh, it's actually working. So it looks like I just fried the RGB in the bottom. So if you're building in this case, if you're just gonna use the RGB in the bottom, just plug in the Molex and the 5-pin RGB cable. That's all you need to do. Don't plug anything else, like I did stupidly. So it looks pretty nice, actually. So there's some more Bing in there. Let's run a Cinebench, so I'm going to conclude this video. It would help if I plug this in properly. Okay. So yeah, looks like I fried my motherboard because it doesn't seem to be taking this USB. Must have did something. Must have fried something there. Not good. Yeah. Keyboard does not work at all. So, wait, I'm on the wrong, oh, silly me. I'm on the wrong HDMI. So let's see. Let's see the bench. I had my other computer on. Let's try it. So my computer is still alive. Bench. Okay, let me just run the Cinebench. Okay, I'm running the Cinebench, and I'm gonna be concluding the video with that. Be right back. Okay, so In conclusion, do I recommend this case? Yes, I do. I think it's a good case. It's a very unique case. These fans, do I recommend these fans? I find it a little bit loud for my liking. Right now it's on max speed right now, and even on the Cinebench doesn't seem to be. CPU is still at 95 degrees, and right now the fan is on at max speed. It's a little bit loud. Just a few things about the case. On the fan here that says it can fit a 120 or 140, it's gonna have to be a slim fan, which is kind of like something I didn't like. The bottom, again with RGB, I think that's cool. Just connect the Molex only connector and you're good. You shouldn't touch anything else. The bottom is actually pretty cool because I actually put my fan hub in there, and then so you can actually put a fan hub in there. There's a lot of space under there, and you can put a 140. So I think that's pretty cool. If I didn't burn my hand and made that mistake, I think I would have obviously liked this case. Well, that is my fault, right? So I still like this case. Just keep in mind that the HDMI cable, you're going to need a right angle one in order to actually close the case, because you can't really close it at all, because it's literally you can't. And I don't want to push it down. You can't really push, well, I guess you could push it down, then you could bend the cable a little bit. I'm not sure, but it's not something I would recommend. Yeah, so this is a really good case. You can also fit a 80mm fan up here, which is kind of cool to exhaust. If you can fit like a full-size case, if they just had made it maybe like 10 centimeters, a little bit to the right, then you can fit in a full-size fan in there, like a 140. That would have been like amazing. So I would just give it like an 8 out of 10. These fans, they're too loud for my liking, so I don't recommend them. And basically that's it. So thanks for watching, and see you in another video.